Well, the band came way after I got the deal, way after the record came out. I needed a band to tour with. And so I just sent my manager, Sandy Perlman, who manages Blue Oyster Cult and Black Sabbath, sent some cassettes out to some band leaders in San Francisco. And these guys assembled various bands, about 4 or 5 bands. And I went down one weekend and auditioned bands, and it was much easier because they knew all the material. I just went down and said, okay, play Hot Love, and then counted in 1, 2, 3, 4, and took the best ones out of each band. I took the guitar player out of one band, the drummer and the bass player out of another band, and the keyboard player out of another band. And I assembled the band because they had to have specific looks, specific style of playing, and etc. I think there's, just because there is no Canadian invasion, that's what we talk about. People call it a Canadian invasion. I think that the bands now, they're just starting to play a lot more to a lot more people. They're starting to play to a lot more people than before. They're finally realizing that they have to play music for music's sake and not music for a certain category. Because I believe that music is music. You know, whether you're born in Italy, you can make music for anybody. So what they're doing now is they're trying to write songs that'll reach a larger portion of people, so they're getting accepted in the States. So really what they're doing is basically smartening up. The talent's always been there, except there's been this patriotic thing in Canada all this time, and now it seems to be non-existent. I got my start, well, I basically had no start till I was doing a Beatlemania type thing till I was 24, and now I'm 25, so I was doing it for about 3 years, putting a wig on and playing George Harrison until I got a chance. Somebody gave me a chance to go in and do a demo tape of my songs, which had nothing to do with what the album is today. And the guy who discovered me, his name is Valazzoli, he heard my tape at Meedam, which is the Cannes Music Festival. Yeah. And he came back to Montreal and said, I like what you're doing. It seems to have a freshness to it that, you know, that I haven't encountered elsewhere, and I like what it is, so I'll give you some more money. Why don't you go back in and do some more stuff? And I was still working at this Beatlemania thing, and I went into the studio and kept doing more songs, and my writing eventually progressed to the point where I found a direction, which is what I wanted to do, which was fantasy, heart-to-heart, in all the songs. And from then, it just evolved. I got to a management company after that, which was Perlman, and they got me a deal with Portrait. And by the time I got into Portrait, the record was like 92% finished. So Lenny, the president of the company, just helped me finish it up, touch it up, and out came the record. Keep touring till the record goes about platinum. The record's almost gold now. As I talked to you, the record's like 440,000 units in the States, which isn't bad. It's only 60,000 away. So I should be touring till the end of August. I'm touring with Sammy till the 9th of May. I'm touring with UFO all along the West Coast till the 31st of May. Then I take a 2-week break. Then I go on tour with Cheap Trick, alternating with 38 Special. Excuse me. And then I go on tour with Blue Oyster Cult for a month till the end of August. 2 weeks in the States, 2 weeks in Canada. The next album, I've got about 7 or 8 or 10 songs already all written up, and just waiting to go in and do it. I'm working on the way the next album's going to sound like. I don't want to make an album of just 10 good songs, because the songs that I've got now, you've heard 3 of them tonight. I don't know if you watch the show, but I heard 3 new songs. And it's not, I don't feel satisfied giving people just 10 good songs now. So the record's going to be a lot more interesting. It's going to have all sorts of glide-ins and sounds everywhere, and it's going to be sort of backwards tapes, backwards voices, and you're going to have to listen to it like 70 times to really appreciate what's on the record. Yeah. And that's what I'm trying to give people. I'm trying to work on that kind of a concept. The record will be done by February next year. I just produced my first record. Oh, you're not familiar with what I've done, right? No. I played on the album. I produced it, arranged it, played all the instruments except drums. Oh my God. I wrote all the songs, all the lyrics, engineered it. So it was totally a solo product. So nobody can produce better than I can for me. For my own self. I mean, I do a good production job, so I'm going to keep producing myself. Not touring, I doubt it. Trying to put out better records than in the past, and trying to find some new talent, and producing them to the hilt so that people get the maximum of good music. Because now I do think that there's good music out there. The only thing is to go out and get it and to make it be well produced. Not everybody who is a songwriter is a producer. I happen to be gifted in the fact that I can write songs and I can produce them and make them be accessible to a lot of people. And I wouldn't be telling you this now if it hadn't been proven, but now since the record is top 10 in Billboard, and it's been number 2 in the airplay charts for over 6 weeks now on the Hard Report and the Album Network. R&R, it's number 2. It's been number 2 for 2 weeks. So, I did something right, which makes me want to go ahead and not stop and think about what I did wrong. I want to go out and, find some new talent and stuff like that and get a production company going. The band is strictly a touring band as far as I'm concerned. It's a great touring band. I mean, they're really good. They're a good band. They were chosen for that, as a matter of fact. They're a real good band. For tours, I like to stay as long as possible with them. The records are a different thing, because their total concept, when I write a song, it's like it's all there, and I'm basically trying to screen out what's here and get it onto tape, and it's a really hard process. And I don't know what the records are going to be like.